I'm hardly Scott Hunter when it comes to wearing the socks in which I play well. But you see that and you're like, they got to wear those ridiculous jerseys always. There's a new hottest team in hockey, and it is the Edmonton Oilers. After struggling a lot this season, and we've definitely highlighted the lows, the highs have begun. They went belt to ass on Thursday against the Kraken. Absolute belt to ass. Then also smoked the Jets on Saturday. Very odd. We were talking about it before the show started. They've won 2 games in a row. And if the playoffs began today, the Oilers would be in. And I don't understand the math on that because they've been bad for so long this season. And now they look good. They're playing good, but they've still only won 2 games in a row. Yet, by points percentage, they'd be in the playoffs right now.
It's so annoying. And it's so annoying. Not only is it so annoying that they just waste our time for the first 2 months of the season, but it's annoying that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And here we are again, beginning of December. Oops, the Oilers have looked like they figured it out a little bit. And playoffs back on track. Like no other team is capable of doing it the way that the Oilers do it every fucking year.
After the game on Thursday, there was a big hug between Stu Skinner and Calvin Pickard after Pickard was between the pipes for that lopsided victory. I want to say, what was the final score on that game? It was 9-4. Calvin Pickard, I hate to pick nits here, wasn't good in that game, but they still won, and there was this big hug afterwards.
It's pretty easy to win a game when you score 9 goals.
Yes, and similarly, it is pretty easy to lose a game when you score 0 or 1 goal, folks who get on certain players. But Edmonton wins that game, belt to ass. There's a huge hug after the game, and people read that to think that Liam Horrobin voice, it was Calvin Pickard's last game as an Edmonton Oiler, which to me kind of would have made sense. He hasn't been good this season. We've wanted them to do something in net. There were some rumors flying around about Tristan Jarry that quickly got debunked, but in the end,
by who?
It was I believe it was the 2 Mutts podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Reported something was going on there with Tristan Jarry, but it wasn't. I'll ask you about your reaction to the hug because you sent that to me on Friday doing a little, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, it was a lot of hug discourse. And it honestly, it did look like there was a little extra emotion and maybe just because like the Oilers haven't won a kick-ass game in a long time and just a couple of guys hugging it out, feeling good. But I can understand why there was discourse around the hug and why it was being kind of overanalyzed. And honestly, I feel like we've kind of been on or around Calvin Pickard last game watch for a little while at this point. So I understood it.
Okay. Now, Elliot Friedman afterwards says that the Oilers might not trade for Tristan Jarry, who, as we said, was rumored to be on their radar, because the Penguins won't retain, and the Oilers' plan would be to keep Skinner in that scenario. The quote from him on 32 Thoughts today was, it wasn't going to be Jarry for Skinner, it was going to be Jarry and Skinner, and I know that annoys a lot of people, but I also know that's Pete Blackburn's music.
Yep. Yeah, been saying that for a year plus, something like that. Like, I believe enough in Stuart Skinner where I don't think that the solution has to be you ship his ass to Siberia or wherever it is. I think that Stuart Skinner is a fine option when he's playing well. The problem is he often isn't playing that well and you don't have a better option. So if you're the Oilers, it makes a lot of sense to try to upgrade the other goaltender because Calvin Pickard is a very, very replacement level goaltender.
And Stu's very cheap. So we were kicking it around before the show. Like the scenarios in which I would definitely replace Skinner in some scenarios. Like if Ilya Sorokin shakes free, yes, I'd get rid of Stu, but he makes no money. So it doesn't make sense to get rid of him unless you're like, we actually need to shave $2 million off the cap to make this deal happen. Sorokin, yes, I'd replace him.
Obviously, yeah.
Saros, yes, I'd replace him. These guys aren't all going to become available. I think that maybe none of these guys are going to become available, but like if somehow Jeremy Swayman was available, which the way the Bruins are going right now, I don't think so.
The way Jeremy Swayman's going right now.
Yeah, but in that scenario, like, yes, sure, but the players that we're talking about that should be on Edmonton's radar, the Elvis Merzlikins of the world, the Jarrys of the world, the
Jordan Binnington.
The Jordan Binningtons of the world, Korpisalo, the Buffalo guys. I think that all of those fall into the category of guys you're talking about, which is like bring someone in to play with him, not to take over the reins, because I would not be much more confident in the goaltending scenario if it were Elvis Merzlikins and Calvin Pickard, or Jordan Binnington and Calvin Pickard. Like that, I feel like you would just be spending to not necessarily upgrade.
I mean, honestly, the way that I think about it is I would rather have two Stuart Skinners than Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, because like the ceiling on Stuart Skinner, and this is what I've been saying for like a year, the ceiling on Stuart Skinner is pretty high, but the floor is so fucking low that you just really don't know what you're going to get. But if you have two of those guys, like even say Jordan Binnington is kind of in that range. Mm-hmm. Like I think that Jordan Binnington's lows often aren't as low as Stuart Skinner, but let's say they're the same type of player. One of them might be going while the other one isn't, and you have much higher percentage or a much higher chance of having a goaltender who is going at all times.
Yeah,
and it's just riding the hot hand. You don't necessarily have a clear-cut starter, but that's fine as long as the guy that you're playing has a higher ceiling than Calvin Pickard.
Yeah, and I mentioned the price of Skinner. Someone in the chat threw in, I don't want to say it's an inconvenient truth, but it's something that the people who are yelling kind of don't want to hear, which is that Skinner's contract is a big-time bargain, and that's what allows them to, unfortunately, have a couple of bad contracts on their books that their starting goalie is making. I don't know. Is it 2.5 or is it 3? Something like that. I've forgotten what he makes, but
it's in that range. It is important to remember that Stuart Skinner is making that little money.
Yeah, right. If he's making $7.5 million, then
$2.6 million this year. Like you are essentially getting what you pay for, and then some.
Oh
when
yeah,
like when he is good,
yeah,
he is one of the better values in the league.
Okay, now we got to talk about the elephant or the cream in the room. The Oilers now have played 3 games in Pete's favorite uniforms, the gross uniforms, the script cream uniforms. You've seen them before. They played 3 games in them: October 28th against the Mammoth, December 4th against the Kraken, and December 6th against the Jets. What do those 3 games have in common other than the threads they wore? That the Oilers won them all handily. They beat the Mammoth 6-3, they beat the Kraken 9-4, and they beat the Jets 6-2. They have 21 goals in these 3 games. Sean, could you please give me the Oilers this season by jersey? Look at that, folks. Their record is 10-11-5 in the whites and the blues. Their goals per game played is 2.88, and their goal differential is -18. In the cream jerseys, they are 3-0-0, having scored 7 goals per game.
Insane.
With a goal differential of +12. That is, I'm not the biggest, I'm hardly Scott Hunter when it comes to wearing the socks in which I play well. But you see that and you're like, they got to wear those ridiculous jerseys always.
I am like Scott Hunter in that I appreciate fine art, and Sean, beautiful job on that graphic. It was tremendous.
Where is this going?
I get what you're saying. I get like the analytics or the analytics.
Kip appreciates the art a little more, but
I mean, Scott Hunter they both appreciate the art.
I would say
I appreciate art like Skip.
Like Skip?
like Kip.
Skip.
Like the couple?
Scott and Kip.
Oh,
But they
Fucking
appreciate the different levels.
doesn't know ball.
They both appreciate.
The jerseys still suck. They still suck. They make me so mad every time I tune in to an Oilers game. Like I tune in Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. We don't have to say what I threatened to do, but it would have been bad for everyone in my life that likes me. Every time I tune in and I see that the Oilers are wearing those jerseys, it really bums me out because they fucking suck. And they get worse every time I see them. And I figured out the big problem with these jerseys for me is that the Oilers wear them at home. If they wore them on the road, I wouldn't care as much. And they could wear them on the road because they're cream.
And the Kraken wore their homes on the road.
When I tune into Hockey Night in Canada on a Saturday night and the Oilers are at home and the atmosphere is crazy, I want to see the Oilers in the blues.
Can I haven't thought about this at all. So if it's a dumb take, it's a dumb take. you shouldn't be allowed to wear alternates on the weekends. Fridays and Saturdays, you should have to wear your main jerseys. You can wear whites at home.
Disagree with that take. Disagree with that take if the alternate is kind of like built around being a weekend jersey.
Yeah, that's true. Like the Black Friday. I agree.
If the Sabres wore the goat heads every weekend,
yes,
I think that's awesome.
They do it for Throwback Thursdays now, but they did it on Black Friday. I agree with that.
Like the Red Sox do their the Navy
Fenway
jerseys,
greens, or they do the Fenway greens on Fridays. Yeah, that's fair.
Like I like having structure built around your uniforms and when you wear them, and like kind of building a tradition around the threads.
What about this weekend matinees?
Yeah,
if you're
playing a Sunday game, absolutely wear the other team's jersey if you want. I don't give a shit.
Like growing up, I loved that I didn't necessarily love the Pooh jersey, but I love that like on a Sunday matinee, you knew what you were getting. You tune into a Bruins game, you're getting Pooh jerseys. Shit's getting weird.
There were a couple of years where the Boston Red Sox Sunday home day games, they would wear white hats. Yeah. Nice touch.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice touch.
It sounds bad in theory.
Old and far. It just made it seem even fartier.
Baseball's weird though because it's like prime time to be watching baseball is Sunday at 1 p.m. Like hockey, if I'm watching hockey during the day on a Sunday, it feels like I'm doing something a little adventurous. Like I don't really get to do this.
Well, we've seen that the Oilers certainly perform well and that they get results and that they win. Sean, could you give me just some notable player stats I have sent you in these cream jerseys? Okay, so these are in 3 games. Connor McDavid has 5 goals, 8 points. Leon Draisaitl also has 8 points. Evan Bouchard has 7 assists in the cream jerseys, 3 games. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 5 points. Matthias Ekholm, 5 points. And then I'd throw this one on there. Don't be sad, Sean. Matt Savoy, 3 goals in his last 2 games. He is on big time long career watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked good, and I hate to say it, Sean, I think that like we are trending in the wrong direction for your happiness with that trade.
Yeah.
I mean, you were never thrilled with it.
This was inevitable. My only like relationship to this trade over the last year has been I need Ryan McLeod to build as much of a lead as possible, so this trade doesn't seem bad for as long as possible.
Hasn't really worked out that way.
It's not working out great right now. I mean, Matthew Savoy is going to be a better player than, all respect, maybe not as fast as Ryan McLeod, but maybe a better hockey player than Ryan McLeod. Okay,
now here's where I need your boys' help, and I told you, Pete, there was a little part of this Oilers conversation that I thought would be up your alley. I've got a couple of what are we looking at here.
Okay.
And I am sincerely asking you, what are we looking at here? Sean, give me, thank you very much. Give me McDavid first. What are we looking at here? Because the first picture on the left is a picture of Connor McDavid playing on October 28th against the Utah Mammoth. And then on the right, you have December 6th celebrating a goal against the Winnipeg Jets. I have put a yellow little square-ish rectangle thing around the C and the placement of the C. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I mean, I see that the C on the first picture is below the shoulder
It's
yoke.
on the cream.
It is fully on the cream.
Full cream.
But, Sean, you're closer to this than my eyes allow me to see. Does the C overrun the Oilers logo across the chest?
Does not appear so. It comes
dangerously close.
I would say I would agree with both. Perfect phrasing on both. It's dangerous. It's perilous. From where I stand, it looks like it's not touching.
No, there's a gap. You can see a gap, but it is definitely closer than it should be. It's
flirting.
It's not ideal placement in either of these pictures.
It's in a smoothie shop.
Yes.
Comments are going crazy right now. Jesse says, "Oh, we're seeing this." Sean says, "Thank God for those rectangles."
I mean, honestly, if you didn't do the rectangles, it would have been a more fun segment.
It would have been a fun spot the difference.
Yeah, right. The obviously the December 6th one, the C overruns. They move it further away from the word mark, and it is over into the shoulder yoke.
It seems like they overcompensated.
I honestly feel like I kind of prefer the December 6th one.
Give me Nuge. Watch this, Pete. What are we looking at here?
Oh man, so they did this on both. This seems like it was maybe there was a memo that went out.
I was gonna say this is intentional from somebody.
I was gonna say an equipment managers only meeting.
Yeah,
well,
like this
I
was
think
definitely
this is
not
more
a
likely
mistake.
An email that the equipment managers got from whether it be the NHL, Fanatics, Oilers, higher ups being like, you're not putting that thing in the right spot.
Okay, so I changed my opinion based off of this picture because
The A looks
the
real
A
good,
looks
yeah.
horrible.
The A looks good in 28th is what I was saying.
28th, yeah. The A looks horrible on the new one. So move it back down.
So you say keep it off. Put it in its own place. Give it its own space. Give it its own room.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, the A on new just plays perfectly on the 28th, I'd say.
Yes. All right. It's weird. I don't know what the story is there, but just something to look at.
Cool. Another reason to hate these jerseys.
I do want to get one of these cream jerseys, and famously, I've had a Jake Wallman one in my cart forever. I would feel weird doing it now because Wallman hasn't been playing in these games. He played on the 28th against the Mammoth. I think he actually had a couple of points because everyone goes off in those jerseys.
As somebody who wants a Mikko Rantanen Whalers jersey, all they got to do is wear it once.
Okay, what I'm thinking now, though, is either Nuge with the Play Alberta patch because there is so much shit on that, man.
It's like a pro standard jersey.
It is, yes. That looks like Pro Standard made it. There is just shit absolutely all over it. Or, what about a Matt Savoy?
Fuck you.
I was gonna. I think you should get the Evan Bouchard. You don't have a Boosh jersey.
I don't have a Boosh jersey, and that definitely fits with the, like, what the fuck is this now?
Yes,
That's
and
a
he's
fair
been
moment.
going off 7
Yeah.
assists.
I think you should get a RIP in peace Calvin Pickard jersey because you want to talk about a moment in
the
time
Calvin
jersey.
Pickard Memorial jersey.
You want to talk about a moment in time jersey? That's
Yeah.
that right there.
Okay, it could be that. So is that, let's see, is that everything we
No,
had
it
on?
can't. No,
Also, we need to note how the team is embracing the cream of this all. Do you have the Sportsnet post, Sean? Sportsnet posted on Instagram, the Oilers are outscoring opponents 21-9 this season when wearing their alternate uniforms. And the Oilers commented on that video. And the comment, I don't know how to feel about it. They wrote, all aboard the cream wagon with a glass of
milk.
I don't like the milk emoji.
Typically, I don't want milk emojis on my comments.
And also,
Don't like where it heads.
it's milk's white. Your jerseys are cream.
Yeah, but maybe they're suggesting that's cream.
Yeah, but it also it's
I get
not,
what
though.
I
It's
get what
milk.
they're trying.
I
to-
get what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you chose something that is known for being white.
I would like to go on Instagram and search filter by milk emoji and see how badly that
I was gonna say, I'm not sure you want
Sportsnet
to.
post stands out from the other usages of the milk emoji.
Well, respectfully, it's going to be like 30% of them are going to be Pete Blackburn left comments.
Maybe, maybe not. God forbid men have hobbies.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.